Hello, I'm glad that you could come to Stories today. Do you remember my friend the frog?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I call him Curly.
Oh, Curly. That's a good name, but that's not his name. Matthew, do you know what his name is?
No.
It's Freddie.
I know.
And Freddie would like to say hello to Matthew. Brandon, please sit up. And to Matt. Remember, we have our two Matthews and our two, so we have to say Matt and Matthew.
I'm shaking.
And Charles.
I shake for his eye.
And Emily.
Do you know what? I shake for his eye.
I saw that. And Leslie, thank you for coming. And Steffi, do you remember Freddie? There you go. And Angela. Angela, would you shake with Freddie? Stretch. There you go. Good girl. You know, every night at about 8 o'clock, little boys and girls do something.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. It's bedtime.
But I go to sleep at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? That's later than I go to sleep. Sometimes I go to bed before you. I brought all my very favorite good night stories for you today. I brought good night stories, but you don't have to go to sleep until tonight. You don't have to sleep right now if you don't want to. Good Night Moon is the first one, and that's why we gave you moon name tags today at the library. Good Night Moon is my very favorite good night story. Did you have this story before, Steffi? Have you heard this story before?
My brother.
It's such a good story for saying good night. The little bunny says good night to everything in his room before he goes to sleep. And if you watch very closely, you can see a little mouse who runs all over the room.
I know.
You have to look carefully or else you won't find him because he's so little that it's hard to see where he is. Let's read Good Night Moon and we'll see if we can find the mouse. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting in chairs and 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens and a little toy house and a young mouse. There he is right there. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush and a quiet old lady who was whispering, hush. Good night, room.
Hey, I see a mouse.
There's the mouse. And Bunny's getting ready to go to sleep. He's going to say good night to everything. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. And good night, chairs. Can anybody see where the mouse is? He's right here.
How did he get up there?
He jumped right up on the edge of that rack. Good night, kittens. And good night, mittens. Good night, clocks. And good night, socks. There's the little mouse. He's on the edge of the dresser. We can hardly see him. He's peeking into the page. Good night, little house. And good night, mouse. Good night, comb. And good night, brush. Does anybody see the mouse? There he is. He's looking in the fireplace. Good night, nobody. Uh-oh, nobody's there. And good night, Mush. And good night to the quiet old lady who was whispering, hush.
Good night.
I wonder where the mouse is. Does anybody see it?
I know.
Matthew, tell me. Sit down. Here he is. He's peeking into the dish of oatmeal. Or mush. It's like oatmeal. Good night, stars.
Good night, snow.
Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. Shh.
Mush.
The bunny is sleeping.
Mush.
And there's the little mouse sitting right on the windowsill. Do you know that mice like to stay up at night when everybody else is sleeping?
And they go to bed in the morning.
And they go to bed in the morning. You're right,
like
Charles. Just like owls. Good for you. Can you say good night to the bunny?
Good night, Bunny.
Good night, bunny. And look at everything is dark. Isn't that a special book? I love that story. Do you know how that we always do open shut them when you come to the library? Can you put your hands up like this and do it with me? Will you say it with me this time, Angela? Are we set? Open, shut them, give a great big clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap. Roll them, give a great big clap. Roll them, put them in your lap. Good job. Now sit all the way down because I have another good night story that's a very long story. And that means we have to sit down and be very quiet for a very long time. This is my friend Ira, and he always sleeps with his teddy bear. One day his friend from next door invites him to sleep overnight at his house, and Ira can't decide whether he should take his teddy bear or not. He's a little bit afraid that his friend will laugh at him because he's a big boy and still sleeps with a teddy bear. But he really wants his teddy bear to sleep with. The story is called Ira Sleeps Over. Let's see what Ira decides to do. If I were Ira, I would take my teddy bear because I like to sleep with it. And I wouldn't want to be without it. I was invited to sleep at my friend Reggie's house. Was I happy? Oh boy, I had never slept at a friend's house before. But I had a little problem. It began when my sister said, "Are you taking your teddy bear along?" "Taking my teddy bear along," I said, "to my friend's house? Are you kidding? That's the silliest thing I ever heard. Of course I'm not taking my teddy bear along." And then my sister said, "But you never slept without your teddy bear before. How will you feel sleeping without your teddy bear for the very first time?" "I'll feel fine," I said. "I'll feel great. I'll probably love sleeping without my teddy bear. Just don't worry about it," I said. "Who's worried?" she answered. "Not me." But now she had me thinking about it. Now she really had me thinking about it. I began to wonder, suppose I won't like sleeping without my teddy bear? Suppose I just hate sleeping without my teddy bear? Should I take him? "Take him," said my mother. "Take him," said my father. "But Reggie will laugh at me," I said. "He'll say I'm a baby." Right there. "He won't laugh," said my mother. "He won't laugh at you," said my father. But my sister said, "Yes, he will. He'll laugh at you." I decided not to take my teddy bear. That afternoon, I played outside with Reggie. Reggie had plans for us, big plans. Tonight, he said, "When you come to my house, we're going to have fun, fun, fun. First, I'll show you my junk collection. And after that, we'll have a wrestling match. And after that, we'll have a big pillow fight. And after that, we'll do magic tricks. And after that, we'll play checkers. And after that, we'll play dominoes. And after that, we can fool around with my magnifying glass." "Great," I said. "I can hardly wait. By the way, Reggie," I asked, "what do you think of teddy bears?" But Reggie just went on talking and planning as if he'd never even heard of teddy bears. And after that, he said, do you know what we can do after that? I mean, when the lights are out and the house is really dark, guess what we can do? What, I asked. We can tell ghost stories. Ghost stories, I said. Ghost stories, Reggie said. Scary, creepy, spooky ghost stories. I began to think a lot about my teddy bear. Does your house get very dark, I asked. Uh-huh, said Reggie. Very, very dark? Uh-huh, said Reggie. By the way, I said again, what do you think about teddy bears? Suddenly, Reggie was in a big hurry to go someplace. See you tonight, he said. See you, I answered. I decided to take my teddy bear to Reggie's house. But my sister said, what if Reggie wants to know your teddy bear's name? Did you ever think about that? And did you think about how he's going to laugh at you when you say Tata is your teddy bear's name? Tata is a silly baby name, even for a teddy bear. He won't ask me, I said. Yes, he will, she answered. He'll ask you. So then I decided not to take my teddy bear. He can't make up his mind, can he, Leslie? At last it was time to go to Reggie's house. Good night, said my mother. Good night, said my father. Sleep tight, said my sister. Stephanie, will you please sit down? Angela, sit down, please. I went right next door where Reggie lived. Look, he just has to go over the porch and he's at Reggie's house. He's not very far from home, is he? That night, Reggie showed me all his junk. And he showed me his flashlight, his collection of bottle caps, a chain made out of chewing gum wrappers, some postcards, an egg timer, some big glasses, a false nose and mustache, and a bunch of old rubber stamps and labels from his father's office. We decided to play office with all the rubber stamps. Did you see all those stamps that they made? They could stamp that with ink. And after that, we had a wrestling match. And after that, we had a big pillow fight. And after that, Reggie's father said, bedtime now. Already, said Reggie. Already, said his father. So we got into bed. Good night, said Reggie's father. And we said good night. Reggie sighed, and I sighed too. Well, we can still tell ghost stories, said Reggie. Do you know any ghost stories, I asked. Uh-huh, said Reggie. And Reggie began to tell a ghost story. Once there was this ghost, and he lived in a haunted house, only he did most of the haunting himself. This house was empty except for this ghost because nobody wanted to go near that house. They were so afraid of that ghost. And every night this ghost would walk around the house and make all kinds of clunky, creepy sounds. Woof, 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 like that. And he would go around looking for people to scare because that's what he liked most to do, scare people. And he was very scary to look at. Oh, was he scary to look at. Reggie stopped. Are you scared, he asked. Uh-huh, I said, I'm scared. Are you scared, Reggie? Reggie didn't answer. Just a minute, said Reggie. I have to get something. What do you have to get, I asked. Oh, something, said Reggie. Reggie pulled something out of a drawer. The room was dark, but I could see that it had fuzzy arms and legs and was about the size of a teddy bear. I looked again, and that's what it was, a teddy bear. Who got a teddy bear out? Reggie did. Reggie got back into bed and started to tell the ghost story again. Is that your teddy bear, I asked. What, said Reggie. Is that your teddy bear? You mean this teddy bear? The one you're holding, I said. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. Do you sleep with him all of the time? What, said Reggie? Do you sleep with him all of the time, I asked. Uh-huh. Does your teddy bear have a name? Does your teddy bear have a name? I said louder. Yes, said Reggie. What's his name? You won't laugh, said Reggie. No, I won't laugh, I said. Promise, said Reggie. I promise. His name is Foo-Foo. Did you say Foo-Foo? Yes, said Reggie. His name is Foo-Foo. Just a minute, I said. I have to get something. What do you have to get, Reggie asked. Oh, something, I answered. What do you think he's going to try to get, Emily?
Teddy bear.
His teddy bear, let's see. The next minute I was ringing my own doorbell. The door opened. Ira, everyone said, what are you doing here? I changed my mind, I answered. You what? Said my father. You what? Said my mother. You what? Said my sister. She was still up. I changed my mind, I said. I decided to take Tata after all. I went upstairs. Who's Tata? His teddy bear. And soon I was down again with Tata. My sister said, Reggie's going to laugh at you. You'll see how he'll laugh. He's just going to fall down laughing at you. He won't laugh, said my mother. He won't laugh, said my father. He won't laugh, I said. I went back to Reggie's room. I have a teddy bear too, I said. Do you want to know his name? I waited for Reggie to say, uh-huh, but Reggie didn't say, uh-huh. He didn't say anything. I looked at Reggie and he was fast asleep. Just like that, he had fallen asleep. Reggie, wake up, I said. You have to finish telling me the ghost story. But Reggie just held his teddy bear closer and went right on sleeping. And after that, well, there wasn't anything much to do after that. Good night, I whispered to Tata, and then I fell asleep too. What do you think, Charles? Should he have taken that teddy bear in the first place? No, I think he could have. Would Reggie have laughed at him?
No.
No, because Reggie had his own teddy bear. What was Reggie's teddy bear's name?
Tata.
Foo-Foo. Reggie's was Foo-Foo, and Ira's was Tata. Those are kind of silly teddy bear names, aren't they? How about if we all stand up and stretch? Can you stand up and stretch? Stretch way up high. I have a record that we're going to listen to today. It's called Let's Dance. Can you dance? Just dance all over. Good. Now touch the front of your body. Can you touch the front of your body? Now walk frontwards. Touch the back of your body. Now walk backwards. Good. Can you touch the side of your body and bend sideways? Now touch the other side of your body and bend to the other side. Good. Which hand is your right hand? Can you show me your right hand? Good, it's the one over here. Other one, Matthew. Other one, Brandon.
I don't know left and right.
Oh, let me show you. This is right. There we go. Because he's going to ask us left and right. All right, let's get ready for
This one too?
This one is left. Okay, everybody get ready for Let's Dance. Are we all set? Here we go. Nice music, huh? We can just kind of move around and loosen up while we wait. Can you get all loose and shake?
Touch the
Can you
front
touch the
of your
front of your body?
Now everybody bend
Bend
forward. Touch the back of your
Touch the
body.
back of your body.
Now everybody bend
Bend backwards.
backward.
That's hard, isn't it? Oh, don't
Touch
fall.
the side of your
Touch the side of your
body.
body.
Now everybody bend
Bend
sideways.
sideways.
Touch the other side of your
Touch the
body.
other side. Got it, Matt?
Everybody bend to the
Bend to the
other
other
side.
side.
Now let's dance.
Dance.
Now let's dance.
Shake all over.
Everybody
Don't forget
dance.
to shake your feet.
Now let's dance.
Shake your hair.
Now let's dance. Now let's dance.
dancing.
Everybody dance.
You can
Now
turn around
let's
if you like. All right, now let's get ready to hear what's next.
Touch the front of your
Touch
body.
the front of your body again.
Everybody take a step forward.
Take a step forward.
Touch
Oh,
the
we're all mushed
back
together.
of your body.
Touch the back of your body.
Everybody take a step backward.
Take a step backwards. One big step.
Touch
Good.
the side of your
Touch
body.
the side of your body.
Everybody take a step
Take
sideways.
a step sideways. Just
Touch
one
the
step.
other side of your
Touch the
body.
other side.
Everybody step to the other side. And
Step
now
to the
let's
other side.
dance.
Good, now let's
Now
dance.
let's dance. Everybody
Good dancing,
dance.
Brandon.
Now
Can you shake
let's
your arms?
dance.
Shake
Now
your legs,
let's
Brandon.
dance.
Shake your legs.
Now let's dance.
Wiggle your fingers. Come on, wiggle,
Everybody
wiggle.
dance. Now
Shake your
let's
head.
dance.
Shake that long hair. Good, Emily.
Touch the right side of your body.
Touch the right side. That's the one over here on this
Now
side. Got
everybody
it?
move right.
Move to the right.
Touch the left side of your body.
Touch the left left side.
Now everybody move left.
Move left.
Touch the right side of your
Touch
body.
the right side again. Over here on this side.
Now
Good.
everybody move right.
Move right. Good, Charles. You
Touch
got
the
it.
left side of your
Touch the left
body.
side.
Now everybody move left.
Can you move left?
Now let's
Good.
dance.
Let's
Now
dance.
let's dance.
Matthew, can you shake your
Everybody
arms?
dance.
Let me see you shake your
Now
hair again,
let's
Emily. I like that.
Now
Good.
let's dance.
Can you
Now
dance?
let's dance.
you kick?
Everybody dance. Now let's
Now let's clap
dance.
until the music's over.
Now let's dance. Now let's dance. Everybody dance. Now
to dance,
let's
Matthew?
dance. Now let's
Just a little, huh? Good job. How about if you sit back down? You know, you're awfully good dancers. Do you remember the blackbirds who sit up on your shoulders?
That's only me.
You're a great dancer, Brandon, you're right. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill, one named Jack and the other named Jill. Fly away, Jack. Fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack. Come back, Jill. How about the spider who climbs up the water spout? Everybody sit flat down so I can see your hands. And make the spider on your lap and make him go up the water spout. Do you know the song, Matt? Will you sing it with me?
Yeah.
It's called the Eensy Weensy Spider. Charles, you know this, don't you? Oh, that's right. You go up this way. Are we set? Oh, the eensy weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. So the eensy weensy spider went up the spout again. Good. Let's have our next good night story. It's called Good Night, Good Night. Everybody's going to sleep, except a little cat who would like to play. But nobody will play with him because they're sleeping.
Until his mommy digs.
Oh, you're right. Let's listen. Are you ready, Matthew Davison? Can you sit all the way down? That's a good boy. You're doing a great job today, Matt, of listening. Good night came over the rooftops slowly. See how dark it is? Everybody's going to get ready for bed. Good night, said the man in the window in the tower. Good night, said the chestnut vendor down below. See the man up there in the tower? And a lady coming home, and a mama to her baby. While one little cat on the roof all alone said, won't someone come and play with me? Meow. But all over town, good night was creeping slowly with the dark. Good night, said a man on to his parrot on a perch, and a lady on TV to anyone at all. And the fireman nodded when the big policeman called, good night, Harry. Good night. Good night, said the woman sitting sipping tea to the sleepy dog curled up in a ball.
My brother loves dogs.
Does he? Good for him.
I love cats.
While up on the roof, the little cat meowed so softly. Won't someone come and play with me, please? Poor kitty is lonely and wants to play with someone. But good night came here, and good night went there all over town. Good night, said the girl when her mother finished reading a story. Good night, said her mother, and her father, and her brother. Good night settled softly on the buildings all around. Look, everybody's going to sleep. While up on the roof, one little cat purred to his mother, who had finally found him. Good night, Mother Cat. Little kitty's going to sleep. Good night, the kitty said. See how the mommy cat's carrying the kitty? It's time for the kitty to go to sleep.
She looks like a dog.
Maybe a little bit. You're right, Matthew. Can you say good night to the little kitty? Good night. Does she have a little mouth? Yes, she does, because she's just a little kitty. Do you remember the monkeys who... Oh, sure, somewhere. Maybe Daddy's already sleeping. Yes, Charles?
Can I please have some water?
You know what? Would you like to go and get a drink? Okay, go ahead.
I'm thirsty a little.
Well, we'll just wait 1 minute. Charles will be back in a second. Can we do the monkeys jumping on the bed? We'll only do 3 little monkeys today. Are we all set?
4.
Oh, only 3 because we don't have enough time for all those. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped her head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. One little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Wow, that was loud. No little monkeys jumping on the bed. None fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, get those monkeys straight to bed. It's time to go to sleep and no more fooling around.
Hurry up.
Matthew, it's time for Freddie to shake your hand and say goodbye. He'll see you another day. Emily, thank you for coming. And Matthew, thank you for coming. Gentle shake, please. And Charles, a kiss, thank you. And Matthew first, good listening today. And Angela and Leslie.
I'll give him a kiss.
Oh, you want to give him a kiss. Okay, and Steffi? What?
I'm not going to shake hands.
He does. That's corduroy. You're right. See you later.